Good morning. I hope you all doing well. Happy Monday. It's almost the middle of March already. This year is flying by. The older I get, the more I realize it. Anyway, I wanted to come to you with some of the things that I'm going to push to the side of my desk and rotate some stuff out. I did try to primarily focus in on watercolors, and that could be watercolor markers, watercolor paints, uh, different types of watercolors, and watercolor brush pens or whatever. Because watercolor is really something that I really do like. I absolutely love it. I really do, and I'm trying to find and learn how to use it well. And it takes practice. So and if you get a book and you want watercolor in it, you can always make copies of the page and practice and just keep practicing and whatever. Sometimes people buy two copies of the same book and they do that. So yeah, and then finding your paper and what type of brushes you like. It's a whole lot of stuff involved with watercoloring and getting to find your niche in the adult coloring. So yes, I went to Books a Million the other day, and I do see they still have these calendars. Not just this type, this one. They have different types, small, big, binders, journals, and stuff like that. So let's see. It is March, and I'm gonna try to stick to this whole weekly planning, weekly decorating my page. So this was last week. I didn't do a lot of stuff on here, but at least I started it. I basically started with some stickers and then put it on here and then used some markers to highlight, and just kind of decorate it a little bit. It took me probably 10 or 15 minutes. So then I went ahead and started this page. And then I went and made sure some of the things I have over here I transferred to here. But I'm always still watch because some of these things, if they're not checked off, that means that I haven't done them or maybe I'm not going to do them. But at least the ones that I do plan on attempting to do started. And then what I did was yesterday, I wrote down, just started what I was coloring yesterday. And if I did it, I achieved it or whatever. So today I've got on here finishing Mandela, which actually is not true because I'm going to make that because my Mandela that I'm doing is going to be for next Monday because it's a green. I used a one color challenge, so it's a finished Mandela for that day. And then what else? Organized watercolors. Okay, so those are two things that I'm getting ready to talk about. Hold on, let's see. Sales and deals. I didn't go shopping. Well, what did I do? I did get something, but I got something I already showed you all. But I went to go get another one of these while I was at the grocery store. This came from the Dollar Tree, and this is just a little watercolor table. And I think it's tailored for kids, of course. A lot of stuff that I get are tailored for kids. But I thought it was a neat idea because you can use watercolors or whatever paints. Like if you have a bunch of kids or whatever, you can put them around and everybody could, have their own little spot. And plus you can close it up. Now I did put some PDFs in here that I do plan on working on at some point. This is one of the Creative Haven book, Teresa Goodrich, Gnomes in the Neighborhood, and then a Christine Karen PDF that I bought. So I put those in here. These fit in here really nicely, and you put a couple of pencils, watercolor pencils, or your paint or whatever. And then if it's watercolor paint, you can let it dry and then just re-wet it, and so that you won't waste product. And then I put this book in here because there's a lady that did a flip through of this book the other day, and she asked if anybody wanted to do a color along to let her know. So I'm going to try to re-find her and do that. But then I was just showing you how you could put a actual book in here. Now this one, it fits, but it still pops off. Now one of the small wonders might fit in here nicely. But even anyway, with these things, I would still put a rubber band around it. Yeah, because the latches don't always hold together. So And then I went to go get another one. I couldn't find another one, or maybe two. But then you can stack up whatever books your projects you have, and then just store them away. So I thought it was a good little time saver for trying to pull out your pencils or pick your paints and stuff, and you can just have that page there, and you can let it dry because it's not sealed. So if you put a wet page in there, it will still dry because, of course, it's not what is it called, watertight seal or whatever. So I did talk about that. Did I get anything else that I wanted to talk about? Did I got? Oh, I did get. Well, I had got these at the Dollar Tree also, and I really do like these. I had bought two, and there was only one left. I left one on the shelf for somebody else to get. But these are really good too because they stack up. They also fit in my drawers really nicely, and I can carry them with the book, and those clasp a little bit better, but I would still put a rubber band around it. And okay, that's all I had with the stuff that I bought. I didn't get anything else new. Oh yeah, I did. I went back to Five and Below, and I picked up two more of these because y'all know I love my orange and my yellows. These are the All Pro Tombow alcohol based markers, and I'm glad I got them. Now, these are watercolor markers, but anyway, the fact that I got some fresh markers in, I can go through these other ones and throw these away. These are dried up. I've had these for like 5 years. These are the Artist Loft ones, and these are the watercolor ones. But anyway, I just wanted to, because I bought more, I'm going through and make sure that I throw the ones away that are dried up or just not good, or I'll keep them to the side and use them for this book. I tried to write something in with these, but no, they're dead, and that squeaky noise is too much. So these will go in the trash, and I'm sure I've got more. But as I run across them, I'll just pull them out and toss them. So let's see. Goals, not even going to talk about that. Okay, what I wanted to start was a postcard, monthly postcard. What did I do with the postcard? Oh, um, I some of the books we get, they give us postcards, which I think are nice. And then sometimes you can buy some of the artists that have books out. They'll make a postcard thing for like 10 or 20 postcards, and they're just various sizes, but usually they're the mail-in size like this. And then like the Wildegore book gave us some postcards. And so I said, you know what? I got these things sitting in here. I put them in a little Dollar Tree photo album thing I had. And this is another book, Zoe book or something that I got. It's kind of weird. But you can use this for practice and your new colors and stuff too. Now, some of these cards I got in this little kit I'm going to show y'all. The Color Pocket. I got it, y'all. I think I used it a couple times when I found out I was sick one time, and then I took it with me. I'm gonna show it to you. But yeah, so postcards are great to color in, and like I said, there's some people on here on the YouTube. That's all they color. That's all they buy are postcards. This is the color along kit. The thing I like about it is that everything's in one place. So you got a little eraser there, and then it's got a little tray, and then it's got postcards in here. Of course, I would have a whip in here. Now, I had tore up my Kirby Rosanes books because they were falling apart, and I just got irritated one time, and then I really didn't understand how to color the Kirby Rosanes stuff. But I mean, I do now. But anyway, I'm not going to pull out all of this. This already comes with some. I don't know if it's like 20 or 25, and then you can order more. But see, like the Wildegore, you can put these postcards in here. And then you can cut pages out of your books. Like I cut some dragons out. I think they're probably in something else. I cut some pages out of my other books, or I copied a couple of pages, and then they can fit in here. And then they also can fit in my postcard situation. You can make your own postcards out of books that you know you're not going to color the pages, or you just want to print them. So basically what this is, you close it up, and then you stick your thing here, your postcard here, and then you can, color. You have a little spot. It also comes with a area for pencils. It does come with these tritone, I mean, a double tone dual pencils. I took these out. I was going to color something in particular because these are the metallic mandalamas, of which I'm not a fan of, but I wanted to figure out how to get rid of them. Um, Only because they're hard. Hard pencils. I'm not a fan of because of my arthritis. But anyway, which has gotten better. Got a steroid shot. I don't have any pain, so I'll be using more pencils. But it comes with a set of the tritone pencils, and they're okay pencils. But this is just for something to keep you busy, or maybe something to give somebody that's just starting out coloring. And of course, I can't put this back in here. Hold on. It's not that hard. There we go. And so yeah, and you can, take this to bed or whatever, travel with it or keep it on your desk or whatever. So it's kind of a cute idea. I do like this idea. You can probably make something like this with some Dollar Tree items, but if you wanted something from that company, they do have a whole line, and they have a different type of container. It's wooden. It's really nice. Um, so I haven't ordered anything else from them besides that because that's enough. That was enough for me. I think it was on sale. And so postcards, start a monthly postcard. So I can click that off that I talked about it. I want to start a new swatch book. I saw, was it Ivy Pearl? I think had the swatch book. Ivy Pearl of Coloring with Tangi. Oh my God, her swatch book is so freaking cute. I think it was Ivy Pearl, I think. But anyway, so y'all know me. I want a swatch. I want a new swatch book. The book that I have, I mean, when I was starting it, it was okay, but it's too big for me, and I don't want my swatches on these big sheets anymore. And then I got kind of lazy, and I said, I want something like this size. And I was like, well, I can just use a regular little notebook or make a junk journal book or whatever. But anyway, so any of the kits that I got that come with already, colored stuff, I kind of stuck them in here. And I mean, it's okay. Some of the companies give you sheets already with that. Like I either got this with it or printed this off the Kalura sheet, and I swatched all 300 pencils. Asked me have I used them. A lot of these sheets, I got these from Jennifer Stay, her website. I'm a member of hers. And then I think Bubbles has some on here. And then I got some from uh, Emily, the illustrator. She prints out some nice ones. And then I got these from Bubbles. But I think I want a smaller swatch book. I don't like to pull out this big swatch book. And I saw Ivy Pearls, and I fell in love. So of course I can make one. And then I was like, you know what? I got some books here I can use. Now I'm sorry that has cussing on there. I didn't put it on here. I did put a little tape on there. This was a calendar book that I bought from Books a Million also last year. It's a planner, and it is a cussing book, so not worth noteworthy shit. But anyway, it's funny. It's got some cute stickers in the back. I bought this for $3 not last year, a year before last. Yeah, last year. So this was $3, but I like the fact that it's hardbound and it's spiral bound. So I was like, well, maybe I can make this into a swatch book. Now it's not plain paper, but being creative, you can figure out how to make a swatch sheet out of these sheets, so you don't waste them. You sure can. So I was thinking about that, but then I was like, I don't want to keep pulling this one out because I'm not trying to cuss over here, but so I said maybe I'll use that for something else. And then I realized that I had this book, and I'm not a fan of this book. This is Johanna Basford Weekly Planner book. I'm not a fan because I did color that, and that was fun. In all her other books, she's got all these pages in here already. And I'm not sitting here coloring this. This is too daggone small. I bought one of her other books. Yeah, I know y'all gonna think I don't like Johanna Basford. I adore her, but she really tested me, and especially with these cataracts in my eyes, I can't look. I bought the miniature Secret Garden and the miniature Enchanted. Now it's just as cute as it could be. It sure is. And I tried to color in it. Now, if you're a person that can just sit there and, girl, all more power to you. So, yeah. And then I was new coloring, so girl, the colors look horrible. Miss Lalani's Kitchen told me about these books on Amazon, and I went ahead and bought one. Girl, I had these long time, like a long time. They're so tiny. So, okay, so in this book reminded me of these two little books. So, I mean, they're just too small for me. So, but this is not that tiny. But anyway, and I'm not a fan of the setup of the calendar itself. But I did think it would be a good idea since I was willing to make a swatch book out of a calendar book that had cuss words in it. I said, well, I can make a calendar book out of this. And the reason why, hold on, y'all. Let me see something real quick. Oh, okay. All right. Um, I could still use it like for a swatch book, and then I can use it to actually color on the other side, whatever it is I swatched over here, like, some markers and swatch them and then color with them there. So I said, well, I can do that. So I think I'm going to do that. And then the pages and this paper is thicker than that book. And then I can also put some watercolor grounds on here if I want to block something out, and then use my watercolors because I primarily want to use it for watercolors. And I have this black um, Daniel Smith watercolor ground that's in black, and you put this down, and then you can put the shimmery and all the watercolors in black so you can see what it looks like on black paper also. So I figure I can really get my money's worth out of this book by repurposing it as from a calendar, and then I've got most of all of her books, well, all of them except for maybe one or two. So these pictures, I'm not drawing these pictures, I mean coloring these pictures again. And then if you have small victories, and then if you have definitely magical world, you got some of these same pictures in it. So I said, I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet. And so now I can swatch whatever brand of pencil or paint or whatever, and then actually, test the color. I don't have to color the whole thing, but just test the color to see how they look. Test the colors. So that's what I'm going to do with this book. There is no way in heck I'm going to sit here and color this little book in here when I got her other books to color. So I should not have, I do regret buying this calendar book because I do not like the layout of the calendar. I didn't realize it when I got it. I was just looking at it, getting excited because it was Johanna. I could have kept my 18, but was it 18 bucks? Now I did start coloring that cover thing. That was kind of cute, but yeah, so I'm repurposing that. It's an item I do regret buying, but I like it. It's cute. I mean, if y'all like it, I love it. Okay, so the new swatch book. I talked about the trash because they were the markers. That's the only thing I want to talk about that I throw it away. I used up or threw away. So if I have something when I do this little video, I'll talk about it and then tell you if I liked it or not. And the markers, I do love the Artist Loft markers. I do love these. Like I said, I've had them for maybe 5 or 6 years now. The reason why I'm also going through, because besides them being dried up, I went and bought some King Art. I saw Colored with Maya. Let me see which one. Okay, Colored with Maya had some of these, and she highly recommended the King Art. And Kim's coloring. Kim always, because I know I say her name wrong. Oh my goodness, her channel name. She swears by King Art products, and so I think this is the first thing I've gotten by them. So these are really nice, and these are just as nice as the Tombow. And I already had some of the Tombow watercolor markers. See, they all look alike. And watch, see, I can't even find the Tombow one. But the thing about these are, once you finish with them, you throw them in the trash. They are not refillable. Like, really? I can't find one Tombow? Did I go through these already? Okay, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, here's a tumble one. So you see, these are all they all kind of shape the same. These are three different ones. The tumble one is a little bit longer, but it looks like they're making them all with the black, so you'll know that this is the watercolors, and then the ones that I have white body are the alcohol markers because you don't want to get those confused because you'll mess up your artwork. So yeah. Uh-oh, which one of these is? Oh, this one. Okay, so these three are trash. So yeah, that's the only thing with those. But they last a long time. Like I said, I've had them for 5 years. So I suspect all of the ones that are artist loft, I will be throwing away after I test them. Now they're very affordable, the artist loft ones. And then the tumble ones are on sale a lot of times. Sometimes it's buy one get one free. They come in sets of 10 or 12. And then the artist loft, you can pick them up off the shelf individually. And the tumble ones also. The King Art, I believe you have to buy in a set. Okay, so okay, so let me show you what I did work on or push to the side. And hold on. Okay, so I know I said last week I was going to start watercoloring in on this page right here, or just start it or plan it out. This is the Ken Maduska, Matusta. Okay, this book is a beautiful book, and was showing it. I was showing this page, and that's the page I want to color. This is watercolor, and they give you the instructions. Of course, this is in Japanese, but you can get the Google thing to translate it for you. Now, this one is in pencils, and I didn't realize that this one how different it looks. I prefer to color this one since I'm learning how to do watercolors. I don't want to have to. I think I want to practice watercolors on this page, on another page, but this page I want to do pencils. So in here in the same book, he showed you how to use the pencils with that. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is why I did not color in this page with the watercolors. But here's an example of some pages that you can, like I said, you can copy them before you um, actually, watercolor them or color them or whatever. And then it also gives you a second or third chance to, color the page. Because this book is, I call this a gourmet book, and I don't want to mess it up, by me doing my science experiments. Um, So, Sweet Shop, I've been working on this book. I found out that I think it was through Ivy Pearl or Coloring with, was it Ivy Pearl? Okay, one of the ladies, that both of them are beautiful and talented. They found this one also at the Five and Below, and they're actually having a color along for the month of March for the Sweet Shop. And so far, I know Miss Bubbles is in it. I'm in it. Coloring with Tahine is in it, and Ivy Pearl is in it. And I guess anybody who, if you can get the book for $5 at Five and Below, or you can order it for $57. So I had this book like 5 or 6 years before I even colored in it. And when you first look at it, I was like, no, this is not for me. But for some reason, I was like, let me try. And I can't really remember if I bought it or if somebody gave it to me because I was blessed when I first started talking about I wanted to watercolor. And girl, I had everything from Dollar Tree down. And then one of my supporters, who I didn't even notice she colored, she gifted me some wonderful things. And then somebody else gifted me something or won something. This was like 5 years ago. And I don't know if this book was in there. I cannot remember. But this book came out in 2015. So anyway, so now you can get it again if you want it at the Five and Below. Um, let's see, or I think Amazon might have have it also, the reprinted version. So this page right here, I think I showed you how I did it. I'm not going to embarrass myself again, but I did do more with this page. I decided not to go crazy with the colors, keep the color palette very limited because this page is a darker of the pages in here. This is a grayscale book, but this page is very, very dark already. So I figured the brightest things in here definitely needs to be the pastries or the candies, chocolates that are there. And so I think I'm going to do this copper, this whole thing copper. I kind of wish I hadn't put the wood right here. So I might have to put wood on this side, but this whole front of this is going to be copper and then that. So the vases are what I worked on and then the baseboards and stuff. And I made a good decision because y'all, if y'all know me, y'all know I can add every color in my crayon box. I sure can. So this was the page that they're going to be working on, that they are going to be working on for March in the color along. And I used alcohol markers, so I definitely put something behind it. And the paper is excellent. I use alcohol markers, watercolor markers, pencils, everything. So I'm not finished it. I haven't blinged it out. The last step to blinging it before I finish it, after I finish it, is my gel pen kit where I have all my gel pens and highlights and sparkles and all that kind of stuff. So some of these pastries are not easily identifiable. So I've got to take my time and I want to make them all the same. Because years ago, I would have made every one of them different colors, girl. It'd have been just real crazy. So I'm trying to calm down and not use so many colors and limit my palette. So I did start on doing this part, putting the wood counter down so that I can see actually what I'm going to be coloring and set the tone for it. I was thinking about using this for pastel pencils. I did get some Prismacolor, the pastel set from Ollie's for $5, $4 and some change. It's really pretty colors. And then I got the macaroon set, which are pastels, which I never use. So I was thinking about just blinging this all in the pastel colors and not going for the primary colors at all. So that's a good little book. So the color along is going well on that one. And the other thing I was coloring along, oh, the watercolors I was doing. I think I'm ready to set these books to the side for a minute. The Fantastic Cities and I'm still looking for Fantastic Planet. I was able to locate it in some country, and the book is $14, but the shipping is $34. So I'm still researching to see if I can find it someplace else, hopefully in the United States of America, or if they decide to reprint it. So I was looking at these pages, and the thing that messes me up, because y'all know I just like pulling out all my colors and just coloring every little detail. But sometimes you just have to step back and say, you know what, this might be a little bit too much. So I did see somebody do a color along with this one where they just colored each building separate colors. I think they started up here and they used some old fine liners that they had, and it's a great way to use up some products that that might be drying up or whatever. Like I have been using these Artisas, and I think some of these are dried up, and so instead of just throwing them away or whatever, or pulling out one and starting a project and then find out that it's dry, so I'll just pick some colors up like that, and then I bought this set from the Thrifty Apprentice on here, and I just adore him. I talk about his channel a lot, and I also share his channel out whenever he comes on. But he's definitely a watercolor official in my eyes. So this is his product. Now, what's in here I do not like. I have bought the Artisa gouache, the one straight off the shelf at Michael's, and I use my rewards and stuff, and I so regret it. I don't like these things, but I said to use them up. I can, use them up on this way. But I'm going to take all of these out. I'll probably take all these. I don't know how hard it is to clean them. Because I could just buy some more of these little things. But I still have the buckets with the other one, so I still have the squash. But this is just so crumbly. I'm not a fan. It's too messy. It's crumbly, and when the colors, move over, it can contaminate the. But anyway, so I was using it just to use it up while I have it here. Is to color these things, and it's really easy because you don't have to think about anything. And I'm going to do the windows all the same color. I don't know what color, or I might just leave them white, or I might do black, or I don't know. But anyway, so that's a no brainer. You don't even have to do anything. But I did do some pencils. I did do some watercolor. I did do some water brushes. So yeah, like I said, it's great for something that you just don't even want to think about. Now, one thing about this book, it has some great mandalas in here. I get I gave M Beans this book. I believe it was this one. I think it was this one because I wanted to do some color alongs with her. And I know she likes Mandela. When she was flipping this book, oh my gosh, she was like, oh my goodness. And I said, oh, this Mandela will keep you busy for a little bit because she loves Mandela Mondays. I want to see her finish one of these up. I think it'll be so cute because her Mandelas are beautiful. Or, yeah, so this one, I put down the Daniel Smith translucent watercolor grounds. The translucent one. Now this one is the titanium white. I do not recommend the titanium white. I bought it. I'm going to use it up, but I do not recommend it unless you're doing boards, canvas boards, and stuff like that. You really doing your thing. I'm trying to figure out other ways to use it up because I did pay for it. It was like $11, so you don't want to waste that. But anyway, the translucent one, I just bought this one and it is already almost half empty. So I put the translucent one down here because I didn't know if I was going to use markers. And then I put the black one up here because I do want to use some metallic paints to make the skyline. Now I was going to make this all kind of dark looking, but then I started using these markers that I want to try to use up too. And I was gifted these. I wanted to use these up. Now I do like these. These are Tisa real brushes, but I'm telling you, when I first got them, one was one leaked, and then I was able to figure out how to fix that, and I took it apart and wiped everything down, and then tightened it up, and then it was fine. Now I've got another one that is, I think it's the blue one. It just rolls out. So what I did was I did the same thing, took it apart and tightened it up. But I think, yeah, it's this one. It'll drip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up again and wipe it down because that was really all that it did. I mean, that was all that was needed. And then put it back together. But I've got enough paint. This is like ink. This is a liquid ink, and it lasts a long time. And like I said, I was gifted this, so it does have a flexible tip. If you're a person that doesn't like flexible tips, you will not like these, and you will not like these either. These are Tisa. These have flexible tips too. And y'all could probably guess who gifted them to me. We all know what she doesn't like, but I'm so glad she gifted them to me because I do like them. So just so that I could try to use them up, I use the brighter colors. So I know I'm going to do the windows all the same. I'm going to do the windows in watercolor. And basically, I just basted them now, and then I'll come back through. And I think I was working on this late last night. So, and it's not all straight and all that kind of stuff. Don't worry about it. But I will do the metallic metal in pencils, and then I will use the graphitins for this pavement and the blocks and the brick. So I kind of have it planned out on that page. But anyway, here's some more mandalas, however you want to say it. I need to tell how long I've been on here. Oh, half an hour. Okay, I don't have that much more to go. So this is the mandala that I'm doing for the month. Like I said, I'm doing mandalas for the month, and because it is St. Patrick's Day on next Monday, I went ahead and then also I did the one color challenge that Miss M Beans has. You pick one color. I don't know if you randomly pick it, but anyway, you just color in all your products as long as it's the same color. And so I picked green for St. Patrick's Day. So that could be a challenge, you all. I did see a couple other people pick green for starting last month for this month. So yeah, so it's nothing new. Nothing is new under the YouTube. But yeah, so yeah, so then that'll be finished by next Monday. So when I started this book, this is what I was doing. This page, because I saw somebody do it in on a color along. I didn't do it like theirs. I don't always color along and follow exactly, but sometimes I just look at it to get inspired. Now, I was really trying to use colors that I normally don't use. And then I put some bright yellow because y'all know me, I need to take yellow and hide yellow in anything I have because I always use yellow. So I put another color over the yellow so you can still see a little bit of the yellow, but it's not as bad. So what colors I was using over here, I was going to use over here. And like I said, I was trying to use different colors. So I think I did kind of achieve it because some of these colors I never used. And then what I did also, I went through my pencil set, and the ones that are really long, which looks like I've never used them, those are the colors I'm using. I'm trying to use colors that I don't normally use. And the ones that are short, try not to use them. So that's one way to make sure you get, use out of whatever you have, your stash. This one I cannot wait. And this definitely, look at me lying. I'm going to say this definitely is going to be it is going to definitely be watercolor. But I'm not going to start it till I finish up something else. But I'm kind of over the watercolors for a little bit. But this is a beautiful mandala right here. And you don't have to color each little line, each little thing in. You can color like a whole little section. And as long as you repeat the pattern, it'll come out beautifully. And this one I definitely like. So it's got a lot of images and mandalas in here. Now I did see somebody do a speed through, which was so cool. They started this at the corner. These are little cars, and then they just did it, a little bit at a time. They just kept the camera there, and then they sped it up. I think it's like maybe I think they have a short version for like 7 minutes or 3 minutes, and then a longer version like 11 minutes. I don't know whose name it is, but if you Google this book, you'll find it. So yeah, and I found a male on here that is a colorist, and he loves Prismacolors, and he has this book. So, and then he has a Johanna book, and I can't think of who else he has. Is it a Hannah Carlson? Oh no, it's a Maria Trolls book. I bet he's gonna be like, "How do you know all the books I have?" Because I've watched all of his videos. I think he has maybe like 25 or 30. He's making color combinations. He's comparing the chromosome. I mean, the chromosome. Oh my God, he's the scientist. The polychromos and the Prismacolors, and he's using the 24 set as a reference. And so he's a collector of the Prismacolors, and he is giving some really detailed information, and I appreciate that. I like to see people that really like what they're doing. I'm gonna read the comments, y'all. Hold on. So I just have three more book. Oh, well, I got another science experiment. I think some of y'all might not be able to handle it. I know how y'all are about certain artists on here. So I was gonna color in this one, the Magical City. I picked it up, and I actually was doing a color along with somebody. Now, sometimes you don't need to do color alongs with people. Now, this is an Inktense. This person used Inktense ink, and this, you see, this book it's a beautiful book. This book is not for the faint of heart. But the thing that I like how I did the grass, but when I started getting up in here, I'm like, I'm gonna have to do my own thing because Inktense. I mean, you got to be real careful with it because it can, you just have to be careful with it because it is permanent. And I based this page, so and then it's Inktense does not tend to bleed through. But I think I'm ready to put some markers on here. So what I'm going to do is put some Daniel Smith translucent water crowns, and you can put it on even though I started this page. I'm put it on both pages, and I'm gonna work this page better with markers, with alcohol markers. It's just, to me, it's a little bit too much. It's too tight to be using Inktense pencils. I mean, unless you use it straight from the pencil or you have the, I don't know. It's just too. I'm not a person that can just draw it with the Inktense pencil with this so tight confinement, and then use a thin brush to activate it. You see, I have my limitations, but if y'all can do it, y'all can. I'm not sure who the color along was that I was, and I didn't have all the colors anyway. So, like I said, I'll put this onto the side to go ahead and baste it with watercolor grounds. Now, this page I did with watercolors, and I wasn't really. I had started out doing it as a color along with her name is Always Coloring. That's her channel name, but it got to be too much too, and I think she used Inktense also. Yeah, and I just Derwent Inktense. I only did it for the corner, so I realized that when I do color longs, it can't be in this book if I'm using Inktense because it's just too much. So I just kind of went kind of freestyle on here, but I'm going to base this also with the watercolor grounds and just finish it up with markers. I think this book for me will be a alcohol marker book or a brush book, you know, or definitely pencils, but not the Inktense. No, but that's just me. I've seen some beautiful work in here where people have done Inktense, and so then what I was doing was there's a page in here. I just started, doodling and stuff. This is a wonderful page to doodle, it's like Zen doodle like, and yeah. And I said, well, I can use this like as a swatch sheet. I think I put a whole brand. I don't know what brand it was there. But anyway, so this is another cute book by Lizzie Mary Gullen, The Magical City. And this one was hard to find too. So somebody gifted me that, Taylor gifted me that, the coins, and then I went to find the book. Ah, so then I did pull this one out because I was on the watercolor thing, and I did watercolor this page years ago. Now this is a color by number. I would never think that I would like color by numbers because they're small also, and then I don't like the ones where you can see the numbers through. But actually, when you color it, you don't even see the numbers. Like I'm looking now, I can see that's 15, and I can see that. But they give you the chart, and this is one that I started. I don't even know what brand of whatever I was using, but they give you a chart 1 through 28, and then you pick your brand, whatever you want to do, and then you just find the closest color to it. And then whatever brand it was I was using had numbers, so I can reference back to that. And so that's how I filled that out. Color by numbers are there. They are you can follow the color by numbers, or you can just do it yourself. Now this one I had done, and I didn't like it. It was too dark. So then somebody said, well, why don't you outline it? Use your Posca pen and outline it. So then I went ahead and outlined the sky, and I like that a little bit better. So I can come back and outline the water and all that. But I think I'm okay with that. And even alcohol markers, I'm sorry, even watercolor markers. Did I use alcohol or watercolor? Oh, I use alcohol, straight up alcohol. They will transfer over to the other page when they're dry. And this was one I use alcohol markers in. Not happy with the background, but that was the color that I had, and I picked. I could go over it and change it. It's a mandala. I don't know why I threw that black in there. This was the one that I started, and I think I just was using pencils. So this one I probably will keep at the corner of my desk because it is a non-brainer, and I got to go someplace this week where I need something to work on, and I don't have to worry about it. Then I got this book right here from I think I got this book. I got this book from Barnes and Nobles for $7. They have a book annex. When you go on any Barnes and Noble store, go straight to the left. Well, you can do what you want to do. They have an adult coloring section straight in the back, but I'm telling you, all those books are full price and they're ridiculous, and they don't have a really good selection. Barnes and Nobles doesn't really care about adult colors, and now they got the nerve to sell pencils in there. Girl, when I saw those prices of those pencils, I was like, oh heck no, that would have to be a gift card purchase or something. Somebody. But in all the Barnes and Nobles that I've been in, on the right side, it's called Book Annex, and then at one portion of it, they when you see the kitty coloring books, just keep on looking. They have adult coloring books, and they'll have some books that are like this, and you can get good prices on them. Now, this book, I'm so mad because this lady had another book, and it was blue, and it was in Ollie's for a long time, and I kept looking at it and looking at it, and I didn't get it. I think the Camellia de Irico book was there at the same time, and I got that one. This one is by Darla Song, and it's a beautiful book. It's the paper's nice. Um, it's structural. It reminds me of that eerie thing, and it reminds me like of a Japanese book. I don't know if Yeah, I don't know, but this is a real artist, and that's what I like. I like books that are done by real artists. A lot of paperwork in here, a lot of bricks, a lot of structures. I like structures, and you can tell I do because the other books that I have, a lot of these type of pages don't scare me, and then the wallpapers I love. I can color that. So I had started this page. This page, I guess, is one of her most popular pages in the book. Um, and I started coloring this with the with my Viva sheets, color sheets, which I love. And then I went over it with some pencils. So basically, I colored enough of these flowers here so I can just come back in with pencils. And I think I did one or two of the flowers with pencils online. I think it was this one. You just shade it with a little bit of pencil, and makes it look like you did something. You're like, girl, you turned that. I sure did. So yeah, it's a cute little book. $3.99. $3.99, and down to the Ollies. It was regularly $16. And I've seen a lot of people color in this book. I'm not sure. Ollie's is a good place to go on a regular basis. You can find some really good quality books, and it has a nice little jacket on here. Some people color the jackets inside, and also the book. Yeah, and I like books with jackets. It kind of helps protect the book. And okay, so I talked about, the Art of War. I'm going to color along with bubbles. I didn't do anything with that one, so I won't talk about that one. Oh, the Roman Dragon. That's a color along with My Colorful Country Life. I'm not going to pull that one. Oh, well, yeah. Well, the reason why I'm not going to pull that one out, because from the last time I showed you, it's the same. I have run out of some of the colors that she used for the water, some Prismacolors. So I have an order set up to get me 10 or 12 new Prismacolor pencils. So, and I know I could use other pencils, but I like when I follow her color alongs with her exact colors, since I was able to accumulate a full set of Prismacolors. And the Sweet Shop Bike I told y'all about. And see, these are still Buddy Colors, Gold Sales, Trash, Drawers. The drawers, I might show a drawer. um, I might. Now we're waiting for Kirby book. Kirby books is coming out on the 16th, and I have seen some beautiful pages out of it. Is it Dark Fairies or something? And so I got an email saying that my book will be here on the 18th, and that's the Mandela that I almost finished. So I've kind of started it for next week. So anyway, I kind of just want to get into a habit of this, and it's not that hard. You just have to like keep it. You don't put it back on the bookshelf. Just keep it out. Now, I did try to organize some watercolors, the individual watercolors that I had, because I don't like when they're all in different places and stuff. And I like to keep my little travel sets separate. And I do like these little tin cans. I don't like to throw them away, and I wanted to keep them, and I repurposed them. This one, I just took the cover off. This is Shimmer's watercolors. Did this fall out? Oh, good. Oh, but no, that's not good. Okay. I wish this was in pan. I wish there was some way that I could put this in pan. I don't like this thing. It looks really cheap. And this is all the paint you get, y'all. I haven't used this that much. I wonder if I need to research. I might be able to figure out some kind of way to get it so that I can put them in something like this. These are some beautiful colors. Anyway, so I was gifted some watercolor pans, and I had some watercolor pans, and I did do some thrifting and stuff, and I found some little small watercolor kits and stuff. Then I was gifted this 88, I think it's Artista 88 watercolors. It had the shimmer. This is the shimmer part, and then some of these came in there with it. And then this, I think, is the same set that Kim has, and I think Blue Skies has it. And then these, I put, these are my oh my goodness. Who are you? Are you Artisa? I think you're Artisa. No, who are you? Oh yeah, you're Artisa. I had the 12 set, and then I also have the 24 set. All of the 12 set are in the 24 set, and except for three. So anyway, so I took those out so I can use that palette for something else, and then I can just pick some of these and put them in there and make it like a travel palette. So I put those that I have in here because I already have them in the 24 set. So, and I would not have known that had I not just rechecked my swatch sheet or whatever. But anyway, so it keeps everything in one little place. And then I'm going to buy some more of these empty ones because I do have some more of the tubes. I don't have like a whole lot. Y'all see I'm trying to buy a little bit of watercolor, but it has to be on sale or a sample, or I'll just buy primary colors and then test them. You know, if you buy primary colors and watercolors, you can make over 100 different colors, but you have to like to put your colors together. A lot of people don't like it. And then just to show you the tin thing, this was an Inktense tin, and I just put in my Japanese watercolors in here. Now this set I bought extra, this set I bought extra, and that set I bought extra. So my set just came with these. And it was a cute box, but I don't like to have different containers for everything. And I'm happy with this. So this is going to last me for a long time. The only thing that they had out that I wouldn't mind getting was some granulating watercolors, but then I found another company that has some, so I'm just stocking that. Okay, so some of y'all might not like this, so y'all might want to look away. Let me see if there's anybody that's commented to me. Hey, hey there. Hi, Miss Stephanie. I'm good. Thank you for coming over. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, good morning. You love that little black book, the title? Wait, which one? Uh-oh. Oh Lord, y'all know it comes in my mind, it comes and goes. And then I'm gonna show you some books, a couple of books of that I'm gonna look at. And then I found something really funny. Hi, Taylor May. How you doing, boo? Good morning. Okay, you gotta go. You gonna catch me? Okay, thank you so much, Stephanie G. I greatly appreciate it. And then we got that magical page is beautiful. I can't wait to see it when you're finished. I like all the green streaks. Yes, I do too. I really like see, and that's how you learn. I wouldn't have thought of doing those green streaks like that. So I can play off of that with the other markers and the other colors that I put down. So that kind of worked out good. But I'm telling you, it was a lot of work because I'm not really that proficient with the Inktense. Also, I did an Inktense page. I did a color along with Ryan Colors. I think he changed his name to Coloring Well or Mindful Coloring. I can't remember people's names. But we did the Fish in Kirby Rosanis book. It was a color along. It was so much fun. And so yeah, but ink tints they're fun. They can be kind of intimidating, but I really do like them, and especially with the new colors that they have out. I might add a couple more to my collection, but between the ink tints and then the Albert Durer, I have enough of the watercolors. The ones that I've always dreamed of having, because the Albert Durer, I didn't even know I needed those in my life. I love those, and they color really well in the Hannah Carlson books. And then the ink tints is really, really nice also. So yeah, okay, girl. So what had happened? I bought this book when everybody did. I already told y'all how I didn't appreciate spending $16 for this little book with these little bitty pictures. But I was compliant and I colored it. I sure was, and I liked it. I sure did. Some of the pages I got real crazy. Say, look at all these colors I put on there. I did do some color alongs with some people who toned it down for me. I think Just Christie Christie Colors and Teacup and Colors. Tea and Art and Colors. I can't remember their names. I did follow some of their color alongs. This one I think was Christie Color and Sketch. I love the way that she colors. I looked at some Miss Rachel Henderson. I looked at Bubbles. Bubbles colored some in here. So I like some of these pages, but I can't, some of these, and this one was another Christie color or teacup in color. So I made some mistakes. I messed up some pages. This one I messed up. So I put too much ink tints. I used the ink tints in here and it got to be too strong and it came through the page. I put too much water. So some of the pages are cute. Now, I'm going to use this as a practice book, and then I was practicing something. What I'm going to do, because I did buy a second copy, I did this one as a kind of a color long, and then I also use fluorescent markers, which I never use. Not fluorescent, pastel highlighters. Yeah, highlighters make good coloring products also. I didn't really realize it. So I like this book more, and then I went ahead and bought another one, and I haven't done anything in this one. Well, because I had got this one, and then this little calendar, and then her magical worlds, and all those books have the same little bitty little pictures. So for the ones in here that I did a really good job for, girl, y'all know what I'm getting ready to say. I'm getting ready to cut these out and put them right up in here. I'm not coloring these pages again. I do want to have a completed book of this. Y'all like, you gonna do what? I sure am. I don't even know where this page is. But yeah, so I'm gonna cut like these two. I'm definitely keeping. I'm not redoing them. At least that's how I feel to right now. Y'all know I always change my mind. I just don't feel like it. Like definitely that one. And these, I don't. There is no way in heck can I recreate these. It took me. They're so cute, and it took me a long time to do, and I don't feel like doing them again. Mm-mm. So I'm going to take these pages out and paste them in this page. Only of the pages that are perfect. Oh, I sure am. And I don't care how anybody feel about it. So I will be ripping this book up. Well, I'm not going to rip it up. I'm just going to cut it out and then paste the page onto the appropriate page in here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not double coloring. Like I'm not even what? No, I just don't want everything in here has to be perfect. I don't want to do any science experiments. So if I colored in this one, it looks good, I'll paste it right in there. Now I realize I won't be able to do it with some of the pages because some of them are double-sided. Like I'll have to pick between this page and this page is expendable. So I will, take that page and paste it right in there. I don't care how anybody feel about it. Okay? I'm not feeling no kind of way. So I did pick up. I didn't pick them up. I already had them. I picked them up off my bookshelf because I wanted to start coloring in somebody that I hadn't colored in, and I've had for a while. I've had this book at least for 5 years. Millie Murata. I got it from. Got it from Ollie's for $4. I think it's regularly. This book is manufactured in Malaysia. I think it's regularly like $16, $17, something like that. And she's got a whole $17. She's got a whole line. She's got postcards. She's got mini books. Her artwork is beautiful. If you all Google Millie Murata, you might say, no, I don't think I want to color in this book. But you see how tiny this stuff is? But it's not, you don't have to color each little thing in. You can color like this whole triangle. You don't have to color each little line. So when I got this book, y'all, excuse me, y'all, for this. I apologize. I had started doing it like that, and girl, and there's that yellow. I'm going to change this yellow. I'm going to do a watercolor on it and change it a different background, and then I'm going to finish this up. But yeah, I was using gel pens, and then I painted the yellow in the back. I don't know what it is with me and yellow, but I have learned my lesson. So, and I said, there's no way I can color this whole book like that. Well, at one time I went and Googled this artist and I saw so many people that had already colored in this book. And when I tell you their colorings were beautiful, and this was another science experiment that I went ahead and I blanked the page out with my Daniel Smith watercolor grounds. And what I'm gonna do is put some watercolor on it, the shimmering watercolor, so I can try to, make it a kind of get it two and together. So it's a science experiment, but you can change up backgrounds and stuff if in your books. I saw this page color; it was so cute, and they basically just colored each flower, colored each thing, and her artwork just comes together. I had started this one saying, "Oh, I'm going to color each line." No, don't. You don't have to do that. So I think I have completed the shape, so I'm going to color it however I want to. I'm not going to sit here and do all these lines, but I didn't realize you don't have to. So then I got to this page, and I was like, this page reminds me of something. This page reminds me of another book. Now, there's nothing new on the earth. This page reminds me of this cover and reminds me of this book. For some reason, do y'all see that? Now that's really tiny in detail. But this reminds me of Enchanted Creatures. This is a Zen Doodle. So this is Zen Doodle like. So then I said, okay, well, I noted that I did see a page in here that's similar to it. So then I got to this page, and this is two seahorses looking at it. Well, those are not looking at each other. And then I remember I had this book. I was like, oh, okay. See how the artists do? They make the same type of thing. So she's got this page in here that you can color. But anyway, this is the artist edition of the Johanna Basford thing. This is kind of like another book I wish I hadn't gotten. I wish I hadn't gotten this one. I really do. I'm sorry, Johanna, but it's your day, girl. But I like all the other ones, but that one, it didn't give me what I wanted. The pages are still small on that big book. Like, why are they small on that big book? I know it's artist edition, but it seemed like it could have been bigger. Y'all gonna tell Johanna I'm over here talking about her. So anyway, then I looked again. I said, Enchanted Creature. I said, there's another seahorse. And so this seahorse is opposite, but then this seahorse looks like this seahorse. So, that's why sometimes when you color stuff, you feel like you've colored it already before and you don't want to color it anymore. There's a lot of stuff in this book that I've seen or colored in other books that I don't want to color. Maybe that's why I'm annoyed. What you saying, Miss Taylor May? Taylor says Rita Berman has three new. Girl, I know you lying. Wait, I know you're not lying because I know there's one. Because somebody was saying that they had ordered that one, and I said, "What? She got a book?" Brita Berman has three new books available for pre-order. Also, two of her books are coming out in June, and the last one in August, called Hidden Oceans, Hidden Earth, and Hidden Seasons. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Rita Berman is going Earth, Wind, and Fire on us. Isn't that something? Rita Berman knows she need to stop. She knows she need to stop. But I can color her tiny books. I do. I really like Rita Berman. And that's another one when she first came out. I was like, there is no way in hell am I going to buy that book and sit up here and color them little things. I don't see it. I was going to pull it out, but that means I don't need to pull it. I've already pulled it out before, but it's somewhere with the watercolor stuff. And I'm moving stuff around on the desk. But I love that book now. I always loved her style. The one that I have is Africa one, and oh my goodness, I am flying through that. It is so freaking cute and colorful, and because I do like using all the colors in the world, it's a fun book for me to use. And with the alcohol, with the watercolor grounds, I can use my markers. So yeah, so and then there's a couple other people that have this unicorn. Is it a unicorn? Seahorse? Sea monkey? Seahorse. That's not a unicorn, girl. That's a seahorse. Excuse me, in their drawings. So I saw that, and then hold on, I saw something else. Oh, and this deer. This deer. I remember seeing this deer with the little stuff hanging off his antlers. And then I remember Johanna Basford. Child, don't laugh at this page. But that's another deer with the antlers, with the stuff coming off the antlers. Okay? So I was like, I remember seeing that. So I saw that. And so this book has a lot of things that I've seen uh, in other books. Even this page, the butterfly one. And I saw somebody do a color along using the special effects book. That book is there's like five of them. I got to get all. I have four. I mean, I have one. I'm gonna get more, but they had a technique on how to do the honeycomb. So yeah, so I thought that was kind of interesting. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. Okay, here we go. Where's that thing at? So I saw that. I said, "Oh, that's nice." And then I remembered I had colored this, and then I think Johanna, no, no, Johanna Basswood, Hannah Carlson has this in there. Like, so when I look at this one, I don't feel like I want to do it because I've already done this. But maybe if I do that, I might be able to do it even better. And this book is, yeah, that's Enchanted Creatures. So you see, a lot of the pictures and everything are the same. I don't know if it's because they're around the same age. You know how some of y'all say Kirby Rosanas and Nick Filbert and who's the other person? Oh, the graphic artist that started with graffiti, Vex, that they're all the same, or one might be a. I think Foxy says she thinks that Vex might be a spoof, but they all color the same. But I think they're all around the same age too. Maybe while they're in art school or whatever, maybe that's what they were doing. I don't know, but yeah, I followed somebody as a color along with it, but then it got to be too detailed. I think it was Zucchini Kitty, and then I just kind of did it my own way, and that's how I like to do it. 'Cause if you get kind of stuck, now, my colorful country life did this after I started mine, so I'm going to try to. I don't know how to finish it because I have no idea how to color a bathtub inside of an owl. So I think I'm gonna go to my colorful country life and see how she finished it up, and then maybe I can get some ideals. And this one, I just kind of I think I was just testing out watercolors. So, yeah, this is a good little book to test out stuff in. And because it's single sided, you can use alcohol markers and watercolors. But yeah, Enchanted Creatures. So, anyway, I said all that to come back to this book. Okay, so let me take these little stickers out. I was just holding the place. So it is, I know it's tiny, y'all. I know it is. Um, but I'm going to try to find a page that I can start and that'll be easy enough to do to get the knack of it. I'm still watching a couple of people's channels. So this was $3.99 at Ollie's, and then this one was there also. Why does this one seem thicker? Maybe because I colored and opened it up. This is $3.99. This is the last one I saw that was $3.99 at Ollie's. I think she has a new book out. All these people have new books out. And only thing I did was a little bitty nose. It's very, very detailed. I did that with pencils. And that's when I was like, you know what? I cannot do this. I cannot color each little one. So then I just kind of colored them in rows, and it made it go by fast. So I might finish that up on camera instead. Like, these are four turtles. I saw somebody color that really, really nice. She has a little miniature book where she has some of these animals in there, which is really cute. So yeah, I'm not going to flip this whole book, but yeah. So, but maybe I might do a double page because I might do a one hit or quit it. Do a double page spread because I love double page spreads. If a page isn't double page and I like it, and I like the page beside it, I'll make it a double page. So yeah, so this is, I'm gonna keep these two on the edge of the desk for me to get inspiration from, and maybe I want to try it, and I can always copy a page and then just play around with it. So yes. So what you say, baby? Oh, I must have said something funny. I sure did. Because you know how I just let it fly. All right. I haven't had breakfast. Excuse me. I haven't had lunch, and now my throat is going out on me. But that's basically it. Only thing I had in that book was I said show a drawer. Okay, so a drawer. Now I decided, excuse me, to not put Well, I didn't really make the decision. I still want to have my markers and I want to have them easily to access. Now, I know some people like everything in the case or be able to see it and stuff like that, but some of these markers you cannot, they're not recommended that you store standing up. Some they suggest you store standing down. Now, the Sharpie ones, I think because they have the ink tip this one sided, that storing it straight up like this is probably not the way to go. They suggest that you keep it sideways or store it down if the tip is on, if it's one sided, just to keep the ink evenly at the tip, because if the tip dries out, it's kind of hard to get it started again. So to save that is just to keep it, stored in one way. I don't know if that's part of the problem when some people use them, and then they have this burp. Not with the Sharpies so much, but with these here. And these are the Copics. Now I know they're all in a disarray, but the thing about them, I have a 6 drawer cabinet that I've had for maybe like 15 years. It's stored a little bit of everything. Whenever I get bored with whatever I'm doing, I now switch it up. I used to have all my makeup. Oh my God, that was so much. So I got the Sharpies, all of the sets that they have right now. They're coming out with more colors. And then these are the Ohuhu, the metallic markers. These are double-sided, and these are highly recommended to be stored sideways. Keeps the ink evenly distributed. And then these are just some knockoff Poscas, of which I really do like. Arctic. Oh, Liquid. I don't even know if they have a brand. It's a no brand, no name brand. But I got them off of Amazon for $10. I don't know if it's 24 or 36, but anyway, I thought that was a good deal, and I love these. Now there are a lot now. You can get them at Temu. You can get a set of 120 of them and stuff like that, and they're really nice because they have that brush tip or felt tip or whatever. Yeah, they're really nice. Okay, so the reason why I was trying to find, I was going to show my little art space and stuff like that. Now these, you can keep these, I guess you can keep them like that, but if you keep them like that, the ink is going to be going down to the bottom, and then when you get ready to use them, you got to shake them and push down on them, and they can burp or splatter. I don't know if this is a way to help where it won't happen, where they're always constantly, you know, um, the tip is already saturated, so you won't have to keep doing that. But I highly suggest before you use any of these things, you definitely test it on a piece of paper. Don't just pick it up and then go straight to your coloring book without seeing how if it's dry or if it's wet. And don't pump it on your page. I did that many a times, and it just would. I highly suggest have a little piece of paper to the side and, just pump it, or not pump it, even just try it before you pump it. But if you do need to pump it real quick, just go pump real quick. Not too much. Too many pumps will build the air in there, and then at some point it'll just, let it out. Now, I did see Dee Dee Wellingham's on her live. She was, somebody had written to her telling her that they had tried that pumping thing and then letting it sit for a minute before they actually use it. And so Dee Dee hadn't done that before, so she said she didn't know anything about it. But anyway, and Dee Dee is a Posca queen, and I tell y'all, I adore her. So, and I had some Poscas for a long time. I was getting ready to pass these on to somebody else, and Kim showed me how to use them. And once she showed me how to use these things right, I mean, how to get them primed right, it was on and popping. Now there are some acrylic markers that you don't have to prime. Those are nice too. I don't have any of those yet. I did say yet. I don't know. Oh, these you don't have to prime, but there's a whole nother. It's a whole acrylic marker daggone phase. I think I'm going to stick with Poscas. I do have the skin tone set. I have the pastel set. I think I have the original set, and then I've got some generic ones um, that I got for I think like $24. I think I got like 36 of them or something like that. Now the Poscas come in sets of 8, and they're normally like $25. Not 8. Is it 8 or 6? I can't remember. They're a little pricey. Sometimes you can get them on sale and stuff like that. And sometimes they'll have them on sale at Amazon. So these are something that I'm not just going to be buying. Now, these are the 5Ms. The next wave of Poscas that I buy, because I always buy a little bit at a time, are going to be the ones that are the finer tip. I think I have one like here. Not even this size. I have this size. That's a white one. I bought that one separate. I don't know where they are in here, but the same type of tips like this, more of the brush tips, and I probably hand pick these colors, those colors. I probably will. So okay, so these are two drawers. I said I was gonna show drawers. So these are two drawers and how I'm storing these. Now you can definitely make more room with these if you want to, store a whole bunch of stuff. I had these in here because you can put two, so you can have a layer of those markers and then some more on here. But anyway, the purpose that I was mentioning was to kind of keep everything separate. I had separated out the thin Sharpies with the big Sharpies, and then a whole bin of this. But then I was like, I don't mind digging. I like digging. I like hearing the noise of me rumbling through. I like that. And I know that drives a lot of people crazy, but I like it. I realize it's a part of the ASMR part, and it gets me to learn my products. I'm not going to sit here and I'll put these all in order and all. You can do that if you want to, and then when I finish, I can either put the coloring book that I was using right in here and put it in a drawer and close up. The workspace looks clean. It looks, I don't have to worry about nothing rolling off the floor, falling behind the desk, you know, and then. Oh, well. Okay, one more. It'll be drawer 3. And then you can, at some point, you can kind of color code them a little bit. Now, these little Dollar Tree bins fit in here nicely. Now, somebody I know that was asking for some, every time I go now to try to find them, I can't find them. But remember, Dollar Tree was selling these things $3, $4. Sometimes they would be 4 together. They fit perfectly in here in this drawer. And so these are the alcohol markers, and then some of my new markers that I got, the Faber-Castell. These are the alcohol acrylic markers, and these are really pretty. I think it's called the vintage set. I have not used those yet. And then these were two for $5 at Michael's. The brush makers. I got 3 of the brush makers, and then one of the ink, the Deco brush by Karen. That's a real name brand. And Bubbles told me a whole set of these is like $208. Girl, I almost fainted. So anyway, I like to buy little sample sizes and just a couple of them at a time. And then I got my little backup for my yellow ones. But yeah, and you can kind of like put them in some type of order. But it's just a way to, keep everything organized. And then I can pull the ones out, or I can just use like one of these for just stuff that I'm coloring for each particular page. But however you want to organize it. And then after you finish, you want to, let me time to clean up. Just put it back in the drawer. Close it up. Okay. Or put a book in there. And you don't have no cleanup. You have a clean desk. What'd you say? Uh-oh. 8 for $30. Girl, I know you lying. I know, and I know you're not lying. Yep, that's how much they can cost. I'm not spending no $30 for no eight markers. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. They have those same 8, probably down to the Amazon for at least $25, and then sometimes they have them on sale for $17. And also, some art stores you can buy them separate. I think they're like $4 or $5 a piece. So you can go baby steps with that. But I definitely would have to have a coupon. It would be on sale. I will not be buying nothing for $30 for 8 markers. Mm-mm. But they last for a long time. But that's just me. But that's how much they are. They sure are. Have I bought any of the Poscas full price? Like I said, full price on Amazon. It was $25 for 8. And that right there was too much. And then I got another set that was $17. But if sometimes you put them in your cart, they'll go on sale, and then they'll have a little coupon you can clip, But no, ma'am, you know me. You know me. And then I got to have some reward bucks and stuff. Girl, I be playing. And that's why I don't buy a lot of full sets of stuff. And then suppose I don't like them. That's the thing that I don't like. I've been bought this whole set of stuff, and then I'm like, girl, I don't even like them. But it looks like I have a lot of markers. Well, the Poscas, it looks like I have a lot. That's not this, Um, I've had them for a while. Like the Tombow ones, they come in sets of 12 or 24. And like I said, this has been for years. And like most of them are not, some of them are dry. The water ones are dry. And then I just recently bought some of the new ones. So the ones that I'm getting ready to throw away, those are the ones I've had for 5 or 6 years. So a lot of these are going away. But and I used to have a whole bunch of the five and below markers, which is nothing wrong with them. I gave them all away because I just want to find a brand and stick with that. Um, five and below. Um, who else? Somebody else had markers that I bought a whole bunch of. But I just know, when you like something, you just like what you like. And like they had the Michaels had the Prismacolor markers, which is like $8 a piece. They had them on sale for $1. So I went and bought like 8 or 9 of them, and I only bought 8 or 9 because they didn't have any more colors. So when I get them, trust me, girl, they cheap. They's on sale. Because I had to pay for other stuff in life. So it looks like I got a lot, and then I have them all in one place. What'd you say? The brush tip one. Yeah, the brush tip ones are the nice one. Brush tip Poscas are 10, but yes, $10 per marker. So I might have to. I'm gonna have to find a deal or something. I'll let you know if I find something in case you all are interested. If I find something that is affordable or it's on sale. But I want to get maybe like 10 of the brush tip Poscas, and they'll be the basic colors. I don't need any of all them other exotic colors and stuff like that. And it would probably just be 8. So, like if I just ran over there and got them now, that's $80 for 8 markers. Who gonna spend that? Not me. I want to have 8 markers, and I want to spend $20. That's what I want to spend. See how I do that? So that's what I'll be looking for. And I know they come in sets of 8, so I'll hone it in. I'll do my search for that, just that right amount. And the right price. Child, I need some. I want to buy me some cowboy boots. I got stuff to do. All right. How long is it? Oh, an hour and a half. That's all I got for you all. That's enough. Isn't that enough? I'm trying to work on my other puzzle too that I need to finish. I started a while ago. This one is really hard. I got this one at the Goodwill or the thrift store or something like that. It's a Kodak puzzle. I'm about 60% finished with it. It is hard as hell. It is, and I got a whole bunch of puzzles I need to start putting together. I said I was going to do just one puzzle a month, but I have to finish that one up first, and then after I finish that one up, I'll start it because I need some new puzzles for my backdrop. What'd you say, Taylor? Michael's got buy one get the other 50% off. That's what I sometimes I get those too. I like it when they have buy one get one. I do like it when they have that. But if it's something that I really like if it's a set, I'll do the buy one get one. I mean get one half off. And then especially if I got like if they have this like if they have a set for $25 and then that's 25 and then the other one's 12.50 because it's 50% off. And then if I have $10 rewards, girl. Yep, and I come out there with $20. Thank you. I gave a lot of information. Well, thank you. We're gonna be able to color, and we're gonna be able to afford to eat too. Okay, we're not gonna be coloring and not paying our bills. Eating ramen noodles like I had to when I bought the daggone winter gourd. No, man, we're not doing that around here. Thank you so much. I just adore you, Taylor Made. All right, y'all have a good day, and thank you so much for watching my video. Bye.